Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. My name is Nigel, and I will be your AI narrator. Today's article comes from Anomalian.com. The headline is, Camouflaged, Aliens Can Already Live Among Us. It was published November 30th, 2020. Scientists of the University of California came up with an unusual hypothesis, suggesting that space aliens have long settled on Earth and lived among us as observers. Of course, there is no evidence of this. But according to ancient sources, including the Bible, our planet has been visited by representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations since its inception. In 2000, scientists of the University of California, led by Professor Jonathan Malcolm, held a press conference, during which the sensational news that representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations have long been among humans was reported. They adopted human appearance and closely monitor our every move. It's like an extreme version of the camouflage found in some insects and animals. Moreover, according to historical records, there have been aliens on Earth from the beginning of creation, says Adrian Kent of the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics in Canada. A confirmation of the words of the Canadian scientist can be found in the book of Genesis, at the point where the confrontation of Jacob with the Almighty is described. And Jacob remained alone, and a man wrestled with him until the rising of the dawn. The ancient philosophers were always looking for the answer to the question of whether beings arriving from the sky are members of the same tribe as the angels. But as a rule, the answer was no, since the arriving beings were mortal, while the angels live forever. The question of extraterrestrial civilizations was openly and seriously discussed for the first time only in the 20th century, especially after the CIA declassified a small part of the archive on the so-called Roswell case, when the U.S. militaries allegedly found a crashed flying saucer and delivered its parts to the base. There is information that in addition to the unknown space object debris, the bodies of 3 aliens were found and taken to the base. The cause of the incident was the impact of ground radars on the navigation equipment of aliens. According to another version, the UFO was hit by lightning. There are reports that U.S. President John F. Kennedy, a few days before his death, asked the head of the CIA to provide all the materials about the incident. But he did not manage to access the most secret archives. From the 1980s, many people started claiming that they not only had seen the appearance of a UFO in the sky, but had been inside these objects, and even had come into contact with the aliens. One of the most famous contactees is Bulgarian prophet Vanga. Sometimes one of the aliens takes my hand. They communicate only with a few inhabitants of our planet. They are constantly watching us, said Vanga about her contacts with representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations. What do aliens want on Earth? There is only a hypothesis, which was suggested by British scientist Timothy Good in his book, Beyond Top Secret: The Worldwide UFO Security Threat. The Earth is no longer an intermediate base. They have settled here for a good long time now. In January 2011, British scientists announced the need to prepare for an emergency meeting with an extraterrestrial civilization and even suggested the foundation of a special committee at the UN. And that is the end of the article. This was an interesting article. Do you believe that aliens are living among us camouflaged as your friends and neighbors? James told me that is the basic principle of one of his favorite movies. They live. He has said many times on Staring into the Abyss that the world elites reveal the truth through movies and TV. This is a way of bragging and rubbing our noses in it. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Until we speak to you again. Love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you. And so do we.